Steve.
Hey.
How you been?
All right, it's been a couple years.
Been a while. You want it to tour?
Sure, let's take a look.
I'm Dick. The bus is somewhere in USA. This is my wife Janice, and this is my friend James. Oh, forgot his name. Come on in.
I think if I remember right, you had a screen that would pull across.
Yes, we have a screen door.
Yep.
Very cool screen door.
I keep thinking about that if it would hold up to my cat. Because I'd really like to...
It held up to a border collie running through it at least once.
I'd like to try that. Just because I want to keep my door open.
Right.
So the cat, but for the air, but I don't want the cat to get out.
She likes the air more than I do. But I got to keep Mama happy.
Oh yeah.
Don't know how much has changed in the front part since you were here last. Probably not too much, although I am finally getting around to getting more face fronts on my cabinets. This particular one, this one was pine that I bought and put on a long time ago. This one is ash that I felled and milled the tree and turned into lumber myself. I bought a chainsaw mill last winter and spent all winter making lumber.
I like the monitor stands.
I built those. Those were one of the first things I built, and I didn't have much equipment when I did that. I think I did those slots on my drill press.
Well, being a woodworker, I love seeing people make the things that most people
and I'm
just buy.
enjoying. Actually, these have changed. This used to be. This was the first one was plywood. This one's walnut. The sides are walnut. The center is plywood. And these are. I still use the original emergency hatches.
Right. That's the one thing on mine I wish I'd kept.
I originally had a fantastic fan, just the fan part, but I wanted to put the second one in, and these are like the radiator cooling fan things. And I just put a PM.
A rheostat?
Yeah, well, it's not rheostat, it's a PIM thing.
Oh, okay.
Pulse modified something, and then it's reversible.
Nice.
And they're a little noisier than the Fantastic Fan, but you can turn it down, crank it down, so it's just making a little bit of air movement, which is all you really need.
Sure.
And they're pretty quiet. And then I got the second one, and I'm finally getting around to putting a ceiling in. So this is the beginning of it. And then there are going to be strip lights here on each side.
Yeah.
And I think I had these when you were here last.
Yep.
Pretty sure I did.
Well, I remember the sink.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. The sink is nice big.
Yeah, but just that kind of
the faucet.
Copper.
Yeah, and it was really easy to make.
Now, are these actually tied together, or
no,
are they just?
That's just this one's a brace.
Okay.
And this one's a brace. No, that's hot. That's cold. This is fake.
Yeah.
That was so that it would be, and they're just put the holes through, and then put another piece of wood that I could clamp together, a piece of like a 2x4 or something that I clamped it into there, and then it's
great idea.
And the swivel's just a shark bite, an extra shark bite. Those were. It's a little bat, but it has never leaked there.
Hey, my store-bought one moves like that.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it ever dies, I'll do something like this.
I like fooling around. I wish I'd had done that when I put the shower one in, but I did the shower first. But back in here now, I'm starting to get into where the ceiling. I got my. I built the lights. You probably can't get a good video of it when it's on, but I don't know whether you can see this one or not.
Yeah.
They were. The LED lights I bought were in a plastic thing, and there was a and then this cover.
Like this one.
Yeah, there's one right there.
Like this one up here that's
That's what it came as, and it had the lens on it. And I did this in a drill press.
Sure.
Just got one of the blade things that turns, and then yeah, I did that one in a drill press. And I don't think I had the shower door done the last time you were here.
I don't
think
remember.
I had a shower.
It's been a few years.
I had a shower curtain. And then I did that with my handheld CNC router.
Nice.
I had that speaker grill up front too the last time you were here.
Right.
Yeah. But then I got a piece of. I've got a.
Well, it's like we say, is that schoolies are never done. They're they're done-ish.
Yeah, they're done-ish. We've been using it for.
We're always changing.
I don't know. I think I've been using it for 8 years.
Sure.
I've been working on it for 10-ish.
Yeah.
But I didn't burn myself out working on it.
No.
And then this is what the ceiling is. This is getting close to what the final ceiling is going to be, and this section right here is final. I learned to steam bend wood last week, or I taught myself to.
Yeah.
You know,
I like steam bending.
I did YouTube studying. This part I can do without bending, but this had to be bent. This is walnut started out as a 28-inch log that fell down 20 years ago.
So it's aged.
Yeah, it was bad it was no good in about that far. But yeah, it's coming out really nice, and I got a lot of walnut. So probably most of the finished trim is going to be walnut.
That's why a lot of the trim in mine is cypress, because I had a lot of cypress.
This one is pine, but the rest of them are going to be ash, because I got a lot of dead ash trees.
Sure.
This I know wasn't here. The panel is walnut, and you probably can't see the engraving. I did that. I laid that out and did that with my CNC mill. I've got lithium now, and I've got 680 amp hour lithium. Wednesday night, I ran this air conditioner for 12 hours off of my batteries, and the next morning I still had 67% of my batteries left.
Right.
And so I've got 1,500 watts of solar. In Indiana, I can't, and in a state park, I can't charge,
right.
I can't get it back up again. But actually at home, where it doesn't, even at home, I don't get a lot of sun. I can run just the refrigerator for a week.
Sure.
So
I've upgraded mine. I've upgraded lithium. I got 420 amp hours.
Okay.
And so I can be parked in the shade for about 3 days. I was in Georgia, 3 days where I didn't get sun till about 1 in the afternoon, and it was January, so about 5, no sun.
Right.
It took about 3 days before I got down to the point where I had to go plug in for 10 or 12 hours and charge it all back up.
Yeah, and I turned the air conditioner on a lot earlier because of her than I would if I was by myself.
Sure. Well, I like this control panel. I mean,
I used Valence lithiums. They're 130 amp hour each. I've got 6 of them, and they have an internal BMS, but all it does is control cell balancing. So I had to, using a microcontroller, I built a BMS that will take care of the temperature shutdowns and high and low temperature, high and low voltage, and also controls. They're back in there along with my charge controller and my inverter charger. There's also a fan that the battery BMS controls for cooling, trying to keep that compartment warm.
Sure.
Because my boiler is back there for the hot water heat, and my hot water heater is back there, as well as the lithium batteries and some other stuff. But I built all of that. Then I've got a surge controller, and these two are legs of the AC coming in from shore power. When I unplug from shore power, these go black, and that's the AC coming out of the inverter.
Okay.
And then this is DC. This is DC house. And this is the controller for my boiler. This is the battery. Yeah, Victron. That's Victron, and my other stuff is Victron. So I get the Bluetooth controls.
That's what I have to get. I have a Victron charge controller and DC charger, and a Renogy battery monitor that doesn't work.
Oh,
and
this
since I bought that, I've heard a lot of bad things about Renogy stuff.
This is old, and it didn't have the Bluetooth, so I've got a dongle. And when I got here the other day, I wasn't getting the signal, and I thought, well, something's gone wrong. But then this morning it worked, so I don't. We were at a campground earlier in the spring, and I got out my phone and I saw 3 charge controllers and 4 of these things, and I didn't know which one was mine. So, but I found out you can name it. You can change its name.
I named mine.
So I named mine Dick.
mine all have steam in them somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I was thinking of naming my hotspot something like, don't cross the steam or something like that. So yeah, if you see that, you're not going to log on. I'm not giving the password out.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm having more fun now. I don't like trim work, but I'm having more fun now doing this kind of stuff. And
when I learned how to bend steam bend wood, I built a lot of children's chairs.
Okay.
And the ones I built usually had just straight backs.
Right.
And then for the ones that I entered into shows for ribbons that would get me in next year, those I'd steam the backs. And I got so much fun doing that, I started just making all kinds of stuff. My wife made baskets. She needed a specialty hoop. Yeah, I can make one of those.
I was so surprised at how easy it actually bends.
Yeah.
And I bent some pine, and then I found out later pine don't bend as good as softwoods don't bend as good as hardwoods.
Yeah. And it's better if it's not sawn. Most pine is sawn, so it breaks through the grain. Right. Where if you split it, then it's going to follow the grain.
I did read that.
Yeah. I've had a couple that have just gone on me. But,
so far, all of the walnut that I've done has. But I'm sawing it, and I'm sawing in walnut's got pretty straight grain.
Oh yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. Except for that one.
Yeah.
All right. If somebody wanted to get a hold of you, ask any questions, do you have any kind of social media presence that?
Well, I'm on a number of YouTube, or not. I do have a YouTube channel, and it would be somewhere in USA something or other. It's not. There's not a lot of bus stuff. There's my life kind of things. Okay. Got a drone recently, and I'm doing drone stuff.
Yep. Well, thank you. I still love your bus.
I do.
Next time I see you, we'll see what's new.
Hopefully, it'll have doors on all of this stuff, and I finally decided what my and it's going to be like barn door stuff. So all of my cabinet doors will be built similar to this door here. All right. All
right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the tour of that latest rig. I will have a new one next Saturday. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified. So make sure you don't miss them. Lots of cool rigs coming up this year. See you down the road, my friends. Stay safe.